Welcome to this week's Making Sense of It All. As always, I'm your host, Jesse Stakes. Many of the things that we discuss on the show talk about how technology has affected jobs, services, and the way that consumers make choices. This week, my guest is Brent Durban. His companies, Better Exterior Solutions and First Coast Hurricane Shutters, apply technology to the residential sector. Hurricane shutters, screens, pergolas, and other residential applications have been around for years, but they've gotten a substantial makeover recently. The finished product works far better and more efficiently, while being aesthetically pleasing and being something that you're proud to have as part of your home. And many a times, they work in conjunction with your devices for ease of use. Enjoy the conversation. Let's jump right into it. Brent, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jesse.
So, Better Exterior Solutions, tell my audience what you guys do and what you guys are all about.
Yeah, Jesse. So, Better Exterior Solutions provides exterior installations for customers. We are actually in the process of rebranding to this new name because of some new exciting products that we have, primarily retractable insect screens, and we have this really fun louvered roof pergola, and it's really cool, man. So if it's a nice day outside, you obviously have it open, you're enjoying the sunshine, but if it gets too hot, you can adjust the louvers and get some shade, or close the thing completely off and keep your patio and your patio furniture dry. It's just a really exciting product.
That's really cool. So so basically you guys do anything when it comes to the exterior of somebody's home. If they're looking for something, you guys have it, right?
Yeah, so we really try to stay specified to our niche, which
Okay.
is those two major products, along with different types of shutters, whether that be hurricane protection or decorative Bahama shutters, things of that nature. Anything else we would typically send over to one of our partner providers that we work with, but we help out with customers kind of across the board. We try to provide solutions for people.
Very cool. I think it's a lot of fun. It's almost like getting to be in the art business your whole life. What inspired you to get into home improvement? How did you get started?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So I've been around construction my entire life. My father was a contractor, is a contractor, and it's just something that has kind of run through my family. I unfortunately wasn't born with the handy gene like most of everybody else, but I definitely appreciate it, and so it's always been kind of a direction for me. I actually used to sell commercial insurance, and I had a customer that was looking to protect their property. When I struggled to find a good provider to do that, I started this business, and we are originally First Coast Hurricane Shutters. We're on the process of changing our name and kind of completely rebranding, which is a pretty difficult undertaking right now, but excited about the direction we're going.
Yeah, but it's nice. You're actually adding to your toolbox. You're not subtracting from it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really exciting. So First Coast Hurricane Shutters, right? Hurricane protection being the bulk of our business, while a necessary evil in many ways, is not necessarily fun, right? We're running around telling people, helping provide things that they don't, that nobody's looking forward to and excited about some of these purchases, but we're happy to help, and they're very grateful they have it when in a time of need. But we're pivoting and we're growing. We're still providing those services. We're very proud of that, but now we're offering a few more other products that are a little bit of fun. So it's really cool.
Nice. Well, and I can tell you, when they open those shutters after a storm and their windows are intact, it's probably a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's rewarding in a lot of ways when we get calls from customers, and after a storm, saying that they felt at peace, right, and they were so grateful to have that. You really can't put a price on having that peace of mind when really you're kind of in that critical moment.
No doubt. And they're probably great testimonials for you guys to collect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you've been in this business now for about 5 years, yes?
Correct. Yep. Absolutely.
Is it what you envisioned when you originally got into it? I mean, there's a lot of things that have happened in the last 5 years. So has anything been different than what you thought it would be?
Yeah. Yeah. Great question. So it's funny, the hurricane protection industry is not one that is innovating very quickly. It's a little bit of a slow moving process. So there hasn't been any huge fundamental changes in the industry itself. However, materials are getting better. We've seen some decreases in the size of the shutters. We do an absolute ton of the roll down type hurricane shutter.
Right.
And so a lot of people are kind of familiar with the older style units, which would have a 12-inch box above a window or a door, kind of across the board. Our shutters now, they can roll up into a 6-inch housing, depending on the height and how big that opening is. So we've definitely seen some changes over the years, some really exciting kind of evolutions to make these things more low profile and look cleaner. So that's been cool to see. For me, it's really grown into something I'd never imagined. Honestly, so grateful for really my team and my partner. When I first started doing this, I intended to install just some basic products because I wasn't the handy. I'm not the handy guy. I am kind of the business side of things, and there's some DIY products out there. There's some fabric, some panels, and it's, hey, I can handle that. That's not that difficult. It was kind of the start of the business, but since then I've found my partner, Jeff Neff, and he brought a wealth of knowledge with everything hurricane protection, including the roll down shutters, and now we do pretty much every product you can imagine in that area. So it's been fantastic.
That's really cool. I talk about it throughout all different types of industries, whether it's, I mean, you could go from sports to the financial sector and even home improvement. As with this conversation, technology really has driven innovation when it comes to, like you mentioned, you used to have a 12-inch box above these windows, and it looked very functional, but very unattractive.
Right.
And now you have something that actually is aesthetically pleasing and it's functional. And I think that it's just, I mean, you got to point at technology, and it's really, I think it's amazing what they have been able to do on the home improvement side when it comes to the beauty of things that actually still protect your home.
Definitely. Yeah. It's been fantastic. I mean, before you look at kind of some of these older shutters and it's like, why would you ever put that on your house? Right. It's like, it's ugly, and,
Sure.
now you ask me, right. And aesthetics are all opinion. People might not think they're the most beautiful thing in the world, but we hear a lot of modern, contemporary, right. Like sleek, when we're installing these things, we try to make it look like it's a part of the window frame, right. All kind of one component. And it really can add to the home, and technology is a big one to touch on. We're big fans. We are always trying to stay ahead of the game as far as offering our clients what's the best out there, and whether it be the roll down shutters we've been talking about, and we have the aluminum ones for protection. We also have roll down hurricane screens or insect screens just for bugs, shade, privacy. There's a lot of different functions for these things, but can be controlled with your smartphone, right? Click of a button. Think of a doomsday prepper. Right? Press a button on your phone right now, and your whole house is locking down wherever on the other side of the country, right? Like you can be anywhere as long as you get access to the internet. It's pretty cool.
I know, it's crazy. You can turn your coffee pot on. You can turn your music on. You can lock down your house. You can do everything from your smartphone. It's almost scary how easy it's becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. Tech is not sure if looking into kind of this chat GPT stuff and AI, and it's definitely shades of Black Mirror if you're familiar with the show. It's kind of concerning, but we're taking advantage of it. One other really cool piece of tech that we're working with now is the structure pergola system. Very, very excited for this new product. We've been a dealer for them for about 2 months now, getting our first installation completed by the end of the month here. So super stoked. It's that louvered roof pergola, but these things, we can put a rain sensor on the roof, And if there's even a drop of rain, or it's just the humidity in the air, hey, that's all above my head. I don't know how the sensors work, but the louvers are going to shut, and it's going to be keep your patio furniture dry.
That's really cool. We'll have to get you to provide us with some pictures so we can share them with our audience.
Absolutely, love to do so.
So you're a local to Jacksonville, correct?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. And you went to the University of Florida?
Correct. Yeah. So I grew up on the west side of Jax, and really have never left besides my stint in Gainesville, which very appreciative of. It's funny, I'm actually going back down there this weekend for the first time in quite a while. It's funny talking about, I guess, technology and time and how things grow and change. One of our favorite college bars that we used to go to all the time is like all these things seem to do, changing names and going to be remodeled. And this is one of the last weekends it'll be open. So looking forward to getting down there and enjoying one last night with some good buddies.
Very cool. Do you have any favorite projects that you've worked on? Is there anything that, just really has stuck out in your mind as just something you always kind of hang your hat on?
Yeah. We have a couple really just showcase type installations for the roll down shutters. There's a project on Ponte Vedra Boulevard where we did, I believe it was 60 motorized roll down shutters, and talk about kind of like a doomsday it's one of those monstrosity of a houses right on the beach, and this guy can push a button and the whole thing locks down. It's something we're definitely very proud of. I honestly, I'm so excited about kind of the future in these new products, right? That the screens, they're so cool. I'm so excited about kind of the trajectory of our company and the good things that we have going on.
So, that just made me think of something. I get people that listen to my show across the United States, and I'm in Florida as well as you are. So when I hear you talking about our weather, I can relate. But when you think about people that are in snow or people that are in other climates, things like the pergola that you were talking about, how does that benefit somebody who's in a colder climate as well? So if it's
Definitely.
Instead of rain, if it's snow, is it still locking that down?
Yeah, absolutely. They're installing these things. Actually, the largest dealer for the structure system, and it's structure with an X, is based out of Washington.
Okay.
And they've done quite a few installations. It's rated for some ridiculous amount of snow to be on that rooftop when it's completely closed. I think they do recommend, right, if there's some crazy snowstorm, and that's where the same way that the people up in Washington might not be familiar with the Florida weather. Snow is a little foreign to me, but I know they've got
you and me both.
Yeah, I know they recommend maybe not to keep them open if you've got something crazy out there. But it's a really cool product, and it's built not just for to be able to hold that snow load, but also for hurricanes. So it kind of checks all the boxes.
Very cool. So, I can kind of picture who your customers are, but who are you guys trying to get in front of? Obviously homeowners, but is it focused on those people who live on the coast, or is it something that all people can benefit from? Who are your customers?
Yeah, great question. So, and I always, I guess I'll address this in two parts, right? So, First Coast Hurricane Shutters, who we've been, obviously a ton of coastal work, right? The closer you are to the beach, the more vulnerable you are. Having said that, we have people out in Yulee. We do projects in the center of the state. We'll travel for the right opportunities. So it's definitely not just a beachside type business. I would say the bulk of our work is a little bit closer to the ocean, naturally, right? But people want to protect their property no matter where they are, right? And if you plan on living in your home for the rest of your life, the investment to protect that property can really be negligible. So that's the First Coast side of things. And it's similar for Better Exterior Solutions, right? And so when I kind of deviate between the two, First Coast is hurricane protection, Better Exterior Solutions is these insect screens, right? Which we can also do for hurricane, but a lot of insect, a lot of shade, privacy, and also this pergola we've been talking about. And those products are really just for anyone who wants to have better enjoyment out of their outdoor space, right? So the pergolas, It's definitely a high-end product. It's not something we're installing on kind of lower income type areas, but
Sure.
it can make a lot of sense. And we have really good financing plans. And you'd be surprised what people are willing to put into their backyard, right? Like that can be their oasis. So, do projects pretty much everywhere.
No doubt. We really didn't touch on it very much, but you brought it up, the screens that you guys are doing. I mean, we're about to enter mosquito season in Florida. It's about to get wet, and everyone's going to be fighting off the bugs. Tell us a little bit about that. How does it work versus a normal screen product?
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Your traditional fixed screen on your back lanai patio space is going to keep the bugs out, right? Keep the insects out. It's going to get the job done. But it doesn't allow any level of what I like to say, freedom of movement out into your yard. The fixed screen is going to obviously kind of keep you behind that little area where our motorized retractable screens are going to allow you to kind of open up that space and completely kind of walk out, enjoy your pool deck, enjoy just your yard itself. So it's giving you the same benefits of that fixed permanent screen, but the ability to push a button, whether it be on your phone, switch to the wall, or remote control, and just get it completely out of the way if it's a nice day outside and you're enjoying that space. It's really cool. It's a fun product. We've got different ratings or different kind of thicknesses of the screen itself. So we can have a screen that's impact rated for hurricane winds. We have screens that are just very similar to the no-see-um type product you're going to get in your fixed screen. That's not going to give you much protection at all, but it's going to keep the bugs and the insects out. And then we have some middle ground options that will do a little bit of both, but more so provide privacy, shade. Why put blinds on your windows inside when you could just block off the whole lanai and kind of achieve that with one fall swoop?
No doubt. I feel like every golf course home and every golf course country club property should have these on the back of their lanai.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you and me both. Let's get after it.
So Brent, if my audience or if anybody hearing this wants to get in touch with you and learn more about you and your products, where can they find you?
Definitely. The best place to find us would be on our website. We're giving us a quick call. Our website is fchurricaneshutters.com.
Very good. I really appreciate you joining me today. I think your products are amazing. And I look forward to maybe having you on again to talk about things as you guys continue to grow.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today, Jesse.
Absolutely. We touched on it during the conversation, but it's getting crazy to think that you can really operate most functions of your home from your smart device today. Get me a DeLorean, and we're not too far off from Back to the Future 2. Our hoverboards may have wheels, but we still have them. You can be across the country and lock down your home in the event of a storm. Adjust your thermostat if it's a warmer day than expected so that it's comfortable when you return home. Check on your dog and talk to them through your camera and security system, or your kids. All while making sure that your slow cooker turns on at the proper time to have dinner cooked perfectly and be ready in time while you're DVRing your favorite shows that are waiting on you until you have time to watch them. All of that was a science fiction movie 30 years ago. As always, I enjoyed being able to bring you this conversation with Brent Durban. I hope you enjoyed it. And until we meet again, I'll catch you guys next time.